Power Ledger. The energy sector needs a revamp. That's the reality. The energy sector is looking weak. The energy sector has screwed all of us over in many, many ways. The ability for blockchain technology to revamp this, to create peer-to-peer markets is enormous. And Power Ledger could be one of the leaders in the space. The problem is, from a price appreciation standpoint, it is not being discussed. Like, energy is not being discussed. And we're going to talk about what needs to happen for this to do well in this bull cycle. Because I think a lot of stuff is out of the control of teams like Power Ledger or even Energy Web. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new here, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. When I did the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these coins. They were coins I expected would make me a lot of cash. If you'd have done the same, say you popped $100 into each, you'd have gotten in at these prices. If you'd have sat them for 16 months, you would have sold at these prices, and your total profit from 100 into each would have been over 123 grand. Now, from a $2,600 investment in total, in under a year and a half, that's spectacular. It's nearly a house. Now, you don't have 16 months. You don't even have 4 months to get your portfolio sorted. If your portfolio is non-existent or completely full of trash, you need to get it sorted really, really fast, because these markets are going to rip to the upside soon enough. And you do not want to be watching everyone else making money while you're not. If this is you, head over to copymycrypto.com and have a look at the site. Everything on the site is public record, whether it's what the members have earned, the successes we've had. You can verify it all on the history of YouTube. It's where I share the portfolio that I have. Whenever I add to my portfolio with a new coin, my members hear about it. Whenever I sell, my members hear about it. So my members get in and out of cryptos at the same price and have no work to do at all. And if that sounds good to you, pause this video now, head over there, have a look through it all, because it will help you sort your portfolio out before everything starts ripping to the upside. Now, Power Ledger. So Power Ledger is all about revamping the energy sector. They're a tech company that builds software for distributed and decentralized energy markets. They've developed a blockchain-based platform that enables the tracking and trading of energy, as well as flexibility services and environmental commodities. Goal is to provide the platform for a fully modernized, market-driven grid that offers consumers a choice in their energy, which we don't really have. Like, unless, obviously we can switch energy companies and stuff, but it's not. None of it's simple. None of it's easy. It's all a bit of a pain in the arse. And Power Ledger now operates in more than 10 countries. They have 2 blockchain layers. The Power token is issued on Ethereum as an ERC20, and the Power Ledger blockchain is native Solana-based blockchain to process transactions on a more scalable network, basically because Solana's a shit ton faster than Ethereum. And the token itself acts as a license required for businesses such as utilities, renewable energy operators, microgrids, companies committed to 100% renewable energy, and property developers to access Power Ledger's platform, and will be able to be used to pay for transactions on the Power Ledger blockchain in the future. And they actually pointed out something recently, like favorable regulations and solar subsidies worldwide are driving the growth of decentralized energy markets. And I've noticed that as well. To be fair, even on YouTube Shorts now, I don't tend to watch YouTube Shorts too much because I think they just kill your brain. But on the occasions that I have, the sponsored posts come on and there's some really big British guy shouting at you, "Why doesn't everyone have solar panels?" We are seeing like a push in that direction, certainly in the UK. I'm not sure about elsewhere. But yeah, so the point of how blockchain's role can decentralize energy markets is written in their blog post. Worth a read. In terms of the clients that they have, there's some good clients. So if we check through, So you've got Elia in Belgium, EVN, CPC, peer-to-peer trading. That's up around Vietnam. Calcutta Electricity Supply Corporation, India. You've got Enext by Energy Steinmark, Austria. Well, that's interesting because as far as I'm like, I got a lot of mates that live in India and they say no one pays for electric. It's just everyone just jacks each other's electric. So that's interesting. Equateur, France. Fenny Energy, Spain. CUB, Australia. CUB, Australia. I mean, they're knocking around in a lot of places, man. Knocking around in a lot of places. T77 and 077, Thailand. In Australia, they've got a few spots in Australia now. So again, really good signs in terms of the growth that they're having. The issue that they've got, I actually think the environmental commodities trading could be a real growth area. Like this to me is one that I really think should be pushed on in a huge way because I actually think there's a huge area of growth here. Huge area of growth for environmental commodities. So we'll see if they start really pushing on that. Now the issue is look, no one talks about energy sectors really. Like it doesn't. Yeah, we have like G8 summits or COP26 or whatever crap, but everyone makes an agreement on trying to reach a target, and then no one really it's all just mouth service. They're not governments aren't really pushing on this. We're not seeing any evidence of it. Certainly not really in the UK. We're certainly not seeing it in America. And you would think that maybe a discussion could actually do something. Like there was the presidential debate on June 28th, where there was a discussion about energy policy. And that was June 28th. And what did we see on June 28th? Really, nothing. Had a bit of a pump on June 27th, but not much on June 28th. So, again, there needs to be a huge shift in discussion. This is an external thing. Like, unless Power Ledger land, obviously a massive company that they were with, say an Eon or a EDF or whoever. Massive energy company. If they partner with a massive, enormous energy company, like one of the biggest in the world is what we're talking about, then this will pump huge. But unless that happens, the external variable is what's going to rule the roost here, because Power Ledger is already on all the biggest exchanges, so it's not going to get a listing bounce. There needs to be a huge discussion outside of crypto about renewable energy markets and disrupting the actual industry, and that would really cause some positive price action for coins like Energy Web Token or Power Ledger. If we don't see that, realistically, I think there's a pretty significant cap on how high Power Ledger can go. I think best case scenario, you're probably looking at $1. But I think after the 2021 cycle, I'm not fully convinced we're going to see even that. And I think really this year, the probability of of energy becoming a huge discussion point is really slim. I think we're stuck this year with AI being an enormous discussion point. I think we're probably going to have a lot of real world asset discussions within the crypto space. And probably, we'll experience another resurgence in gaming talk, and base just in general. But I don't think energy sector's coming into the discussion. If it does, that would be wonderful for Power Ledger and Energy Web Token. But as of right now, I think you're relying on a real seismic shift in how everyone views energy, and how governments treat, quote unquote, climate change. I just can't see that happening. Cannot see that happening this year. So I think best case scenario is about $1. I'm not convinced by that, to be honest. I think there's going to have to be a seismic shift in discussions or an enormous deal landed. Now, if they land an enormous deal, Of course, they can run up to $1. They can maybe do a lot more. But I think that's really what everyone's going to be waiting on if you're a holder of Power Ledger. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. Do you think... do you think energy is sexy enough to get enough of a discussion to rally things like Energy Web and Power Ledger? Let me know in the comments. And guys, if you want to make the same profits as me in this bull cycle, you can do. All you have to do is join up at copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run where I share my entire portfolio with my members. Whenever I buy a coin, I tell my members what coin I'm buying and at what price. Whenever I sell, I tell my members what coin I'm selling and at what price. So there is no work for my members. They make the exact same profit as me. On the site, you'll see the profits made, the testimonials that are there, and the successes we've had. It's all public record. You can verify it. And I suggest you do. And then try out the site. Because if you do not have a portfolio or it's full of rubbish, you need to sort it as soon as possible. Because once these markets start pumping, if you do not have a sorted out portfolio, you're going to miss out on a ton of money. Don't be that guy, guys. And that's it from me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.